Imagine this for a moment. You're walking home after a long, exhausting day. You're broke, you're hungry, and you're struggling just to survive. The weight of the world is on your shoulders. And then suddenly, you see it. Lying on the ground, a small bag. You look inside, and your heart stops. It's full of gold coins. No one is around. No cameras. No witnesses. Just you, all your problems, and a life-changing amount of money right there in your hands. What would you do? Be honest with yourself. What would you truly do? Today's story is about a poor man who faced this exact dilemma. He had absolutely nothing, but he chose honesty, and that single decision, that one moment of integrity, gave him a reward greater than anything he could have ever imagined. This is a powerful Buddhist moral story, and I promise you, by the end, it might just change the way you look at honesty, at your own character, and at your entire journey in life. In a small, ancient village, nestled between rolling hills, lived a man named Raju. To say Raju was poor would be an understatement. He was utterly destitute. Every single day, he would venture into the forest to work as a woodcutter, swinging his axe until his hands were raw, just to earn enough to buy a small portion of rice to feed himself and his wife. Their life wasn't just difficult, it was a constant, gnawing pain. Every sunrise brought the same struggle, and every sunset left them with the same hunger. But here's what made Raju different. He never complained. He never cursed his fate or felt bitter about his circumstances. And most importantly, he never once lied, cheated, or stole, not even to get an extra piece of bread. His honesty was the only true wealth he possessed. A treasure he guarded more fiercely than any king guards his crown. One scorching afternoon, after hours of toiling under the relentless sun, Raju began his long walk home. His clothes were tattered and thin, his feet were blistered and sore from his worn-out sandals, and an ache of hunger echoed in his stomach. He hadn't eaten all day. As he trudged past an old, serene Buddhist monastery, its gates standing open in silent invitation, his eyes caught something strange near the entrance. A small, dark leather pouch, half hidden in the dust. He bent down and picked it up. It felt heavy. With trembling fingers, he pulled open the drawstring, and he froze. His breath caught in his throat. Inside was a pile of glittering, shimmering gold coins, more money than he could ever dream of earning in 10 lifetimes. For a fleeting moment, his heart hammered against his ribs with a wild, intoxicating excitement. His mind, starved and desperate, whispered to him, "This is it, Raju. This is your chance. Take it. No one will ever know. You can buy food, build a proper home, and end your suffering forever." The temptation was overwhelming, a tidal wave of possibility threatening to drown his principles. But then, another voice, quieter but stronger, rose from the depths of his being. It was the voice of his character. The voice he had nurtured his entire life. It spoke with clarity and calm. "This isn't yours. Someone is missing this. Someone is likely in distress right now." Raju took a deep, steadying breath, the scent of incense from the monastery filling his lungs. He closed the pouch, his decision made. He tightened his grip on it and walked through the monastery gates. Inside, the courtyard was a picture of tranquility. Monks in saffron robes were sweeping the stone floors with mindful, rhythmic strokes. The air was calm, peaceful. Raju, feeling small and out of place in his ragged clothes, hesitantly approached one of the monks. "Excuse me," he said, his voice barely a whisper. Did someone lose this?" He held out the leather pouch. The monks gathered around, their eyes widening as they recognized it. The pouch belonged to the chief monk, the revered head of the monastery. He had been teaching a class that morning and had accidentally dropped it on his way back to his quarters. The monks wasted no time and immediately brought Raju to him. The chief monk was an elderly man with kind eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. He took the pouch, opened it, and a gentle smile spread across his face. He didn't just look at the gold, he looked at Raju. He saw the worn-out clothes, the calloused hands, the exhaustion etched on his face, and he asked a simple, profound question. "My son, why didn't you keep it?" "You are a poor man." No one would have known. Ryu looked down at his dusty feet, feeling the weight of that question. He answered softly, but with unshakable conviction. "Because, sir, honesty is worth more than gold. My poverty is a condition of my life, but my character is the foundation of my soul. If I lose my character, I lose everything." The chief monk stared at him for a long, silent moment. The world seemed to stand still. In that silence, something profound shifted. It was a moment of recognition, a moment of deep respect, a moment that was about to change Ryu's life forever. Breaking the silence, the chief monk's voice was filled with warmth and admiration. "Rahu," he said, very few people in this world would have done what you just did. Many are tested, but few pass with such grace. You have passed a test of character that many wealthy and powerful men fail every single day." He then turned and gave an order to the other monks. They disappeared for a moment and returned carrying a large, heavy wooden chest. When they opened the lid, Raju gasped. He couldn't believe his eyes. The chest was overflowing with provisions. There were sacks of rice and lentils, fresh vegetables, bolts of fine cloth for new clothes, and nestled amongst it all was another bag, far larger than the one he had returned, filled with money. It was a fortune, but tea's time. It was a heft. The chief monk placed a hand on Ryu's shoulder. "This is all yours. This is your reward. But understand this," he said, his eyes locking with Ryu's. "This is not a payment for returning the gold. This is a reward for showing the world that true integrity, that pure, unshakable honesty still exists. The man who never complained, who bore his suffering in silence, could not hold back his tears. They streamed down his face, washing away the dust and the years of hardship. In the span of a single afternoon, his entire life was transformed, not by luck, not by finding a lost treasure, but by the strength of his own character. And here is the heart of the story, the message for all of us. Life will put every single one of us through tests. Sometimes the test will come in the form of temptation, a shortcut, an easy way out. Sometimes it will come in the form of struggle, desperation, or a feeling of deep unfairness. And in those critical moments, you have two choices. Take the easy path that compromises your values, or stand firm by what you know is right. Honesty won't always give you an instant reward. It won't always bring you a chest full of gold. But it will always, without fail, give you long-term peace, trust from others, and self-respect. These are things that money can never, ever buy. Raju didn't become great because he found gold. He became great because he chose to be good, even when it was hard, even when no one was watching. His true wealth was never in a pouch. It was inside him, all along. So, the next time life tests your character, when you're faced with a difficult choice, remember the story of Ryu, the woodcutter. Remember that your integrity is your real treasure. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day life will reward you for it in ways you might not even expect. If you enjoy stories like this, stories that inspire, stories that awaken something deeper inside you, make sure you follow and subscribe. Because sometimes, all it takes is one story to change your life. Thank you for listening.